In the storm moving through parts of Union County right now. The view you're looking at right now is from our camera in Monroe, looking back to the north. Briefly looked like we were trying to get a lowering now. Now it looks more outflow dominant, which means it's probably more just straight line winds coming out of this, but a pretty strong storm. We're moving north, or I'm looking northeast from Monroe, and actually the worst storm right now seems to be just north of here into parts of Stanley County, maybe eastern Cabarrus County, and up into Rowan County. So this is heading towards Albemarle. This is an area where I think we're going to see the worst storm here probably for the remainder of the afternoon, as everything is now shifting east of I-77. So this is the area we're talking about right around Albemarle. Now you see the outline, it's got that orange look to it. Anytime you see that, that's a visual cue for us, but also it does have a meaning. It means there's a tornado possible in these severe thunderstorm warnings. We call it a tornado tag. So anytime that we see that, we know that these storms have the potential to produce a tornado with little or no warning. Now occasionally we're seeing some of the data drop out, but let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at these signatures up in parts of Stanley County around Albemarle, New London area. This is a big surge of wind, and you can get a quick spin up here and a quick spin up here and maybe around Big Lick. So the camera was looking north. We were probably seeing the leading edge of this. And again, it's bowing out as well, which means there's strong straight line winds. I'm just going to show you quickly. I'm going to try to grab the velocity data here. We'll show you how fast these winds are in here. In some of these areas are over 60 miles per hour, 63. So we've got pretty strong winds all in this line. And anytime we see a surge of wind out, it can quickly grab the wind and pull it back, and we see a quick spin up. That's what causes the quick spin up. So don't be surprised if we see tornado warnings coming out of these cells before they get out of Stanley County, maybe even Rowan County, and can't give Anson County out of the woods yet either, because this line extends all the way down to the south there. But that's the worst of the storm. This is the leading edge. Back here, we're still going to see some rain and likely some wind today ahead of the cold front. But the worst part of the storms for us and the most dangerous is going to be this leading edge. So it moved in quicker. It's what, 5:26 right now in the morning. Or I mean 10:26, 5:26. I'm used to saying 5:26. 10:26 in the morning. These moved in about 2 hours quicker than we probably would have anticipated yesterday. They were picking up speed all night and all morning long. That means they got here quicker, but it also means they're getting out here quicker. So there is a little bit of good news with that. But just to give you a heads up, the front itself is still back towards the mountains. We still got the cold front back here in eastern Tennessee, and it probably will not be until later this afternoon that finally clears. And until that happens, we got to watch for some redevelopment. Now, Chris Mulcahy and Majestic Storm are here with me as well. We've been tracking this all morning long, Chris, and that leading edge is now moving into a part of the state where the atmosphere is a little more unstable. There's going to be some sun breaking out in a few spots there, so this could actually transition to a bigger tornado risk as it pushes east.
And if you're watching from Albemarle, by the time this actually reaches you, because there is a delay, you're going to have the gustiest winds. At this point, you're going to see the trees struggling in the breeze. That's where we're really seeing the biggest issue here. And I have to say, we had, I think, that one area that pushed through Mecklenburg County where we had one of our tornado warnings. The other one that was issued close to Cleveland County, I don't think that was really a big deal. But really, this kind of turned into more of a straight line wind event. But as Brad was bringing up, the further east you go, it's a little bit more prime time. And that's where the Storm Prediction Center had this map that was updated. We still had a very high risk. This is honestly the best case in scenario. We don't want the storms. This is the ideal setup that you wanted to move through as fast as possible. And hey, there's still likely that we still have some of that wind damage out there, because we really don't know until all this is going to clear. We had the tornado threat that was absolutely skyrocketing, but notice where everything is positioned further off towards the east. We have so much twist to the atmosphere. That's the main reason why that we have constant tornado tags for everything that we've been doing here. And we'll continuing to follow to see if there's anything that might spin up along here, but believe it or not, we're almost starting to close the chapter for our severe weather window for a lot of the area. Now, there's still going to be behind this what's called stratiform precipitation. That is just the nuisance, light to moderate rain that'll be heavy at times. That's just going to be a good soaking rain. I still think there's going to be some gusty winds as well. And then now we're going to start to see the change of winds behind miss. So we're not completely all clear behind this line as far as maybe some hazards for the rain. I think there'll be still some accidents with slick roads, but then also we still could have some of those trees that are already ready to go. It was last Thursday that we actually had some thunderstorms that weren't nearly as strong as this. Some trees still came down on their own fruition, where it doesn't really take too much all in all for that to happen. So the last ditch effort of this severe thunderstorm warning is now just a severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, for Salisbury and Rowan County. That no longer has a tornado tag, but it has an updated one further off towards the east because everything is now clear. Now this one right here that's on the eastern side of Stanley County, we're almost clear of that for our viewing area, but I really think the worst of the worst right now is physically in Albemarle, where you can see this little area of yellow, and then just off towards the north, same thing right along the county line, closer to about Highway 49 and Whitney. That's, I think, mainly straight line winds. We're not seeing anything definitive. Oh, I think this is absolutely a tornado. I was trying to bring up Raleigh's data, and it's really just looking at some gusty winds as well, trying to really decipher anything here. So things are heading that good direction. Now, the ones that I can't say that are in the all clear are some areas down to the south. We already have an active severe thunderstorm warning that is just for a piece of Chesterfield County, but the areas that have not seen the rain, such as Wadesboro and Rockingham, what we're going to see is all this rain down towards the south. Eventually, I think is going to swing its way back off towards the north. So you got to think about that just in general. That's where you're going to be seeing some of these lines, but honestly, that's kind of weakening out as well. So I think you're going to see is a reorganization of this line down here that will likely impact Chesterfield County, and that's why we had that severe thunderstorm warning number 1. But it's really this area here, if you look at those darker shadings, that's where you're seeing a lot more sunshine. So between Raleigh and Asheboro, that's where I think things are really going to ramp back up, and that also correlates to what the Storm Prediction Center had measured out. So we're not out of the woods yet, but things are heading in a better direction. Brad, this could have been a whole lot worse, even though we're not done yet. Yeah. The timing definitely worked out for us.
Yeah, and we should just tell you too, we still have severe thunderstorm watch. This is up until 11 o'clock for our area. We might see it extended or added to the tornado watch, which is off to the east. That goes into the afternoon hours. But one way you can know you're getting in the clear is they'll start whittling away these counties on the backside of the watch. As that happens, we know the risk is going down. But we still have a pretty significant risk for our eastern counties for the next couple of hours. We're going to continue to track it here. And of course, if we'll have any warnings, we'll break back into both WCNC Plus and our linear. But guys, we'll go back to the Impact Studio now.